Hey, welcome back to Fluent Mind. I'm Noah.
And I'm Maya. If this is your first time here, hi, welcome. You just found the place where we talk about English, life, and all the messy parts in between.
We're glad you're here. Seriously, whether you're listening on your commute, at the gym, or just lying in bed pretending you're productive,
That's me right now, by the way.
we're here to make English feel a little less scary and a lot more human.
Yeah, no boring grammar drills, no robot phrases, just real conversations about real things.
And today we're talking about something that sounds simple but feels impossible.
Talking about yourself in English.
Exactly, because here's the thing. You know your name. You know where you're from. You probably know what you do. But when someone says, "Tell me about yourself,"
Your brain goes blank.
completely blank.
So if that's ever happened to you, stay with us, because we've been there. And we're going to help you figure it out.
But first, quick favor. If you like what we're doing here, hit subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell us where you're listening from. It helps more people find this podcast.
And honestly, we just like knowing who's out there. So don't be shy.
All right, Maya, you want to start? Tell them what happened to you.
Oh, God. Okay, so when I was learning English, actually, this was after I thought I was pretty good. I went to this networking event. You know, the kind where everyone's standing around with coffee, pretending to be professional.
I hate those.
Same, but I went. And this guy comes up to me and says, "So Maya, tell me about yourself." And I just froze.
What did you say?
I said, "I'm Maya. I'm from Canada." And then nothing. Just silence. He's waiting. I'm panicking. And then I said something like, "I like coffee. I don't even drink that much coffee."
You led with coffee.
I led with coffee. It was a disaster.
But here's the thing. You knew the words, right? You could have said more.
I knew so many words. But in that moment, my brain just went error 404, personality not found.
That's the part people don't talk about. You can memorize 100 phrases, but when someone's actually looking at you, waiting for you to speak, it's different.
Completely different.
So let's talk about why this happens. Because it's not about your English. Most of the time, it's not even about the words.
Wait, really?
Really? Think about it. When someone says, "Tell me about yourself," what are they actually asking?
I mean, who you are?
Right. But that's huge. That's your whole life, your story, your personality. And you're supposed to summarize all of that in, what, 30 seconds? In a language that's not even yours?
Okay, when you put it like that, it sounds impossible.
It feels impossible. So your brain panics. And when your brain panics, it goes to the safest, most basic thing it can find.
I'm Maya. I'm from Canada.
Exactly. It's not wrong, but it's also not you.
So what do you do instead?
That's what we're going to figure out. But first, let me ask you something.
Okay?
If you had to describe yourself in English right now, not your job, not where you're from, just who you are, what would you say?
That's hard.
It is. Because we're taught to introduce ourselves with facts, name, country, job. But nobody really connects with facts.
So what do they connect with?
We'll get there. But I want you to keep that question in your head while we talk. Who are you beyond the facts?
Okay, now I'm going to be thinking about this the whole time.
Good. That's the point. All right, let's talk about the 3 mistakes people make when they talk about themselves in English.
I'm ready. Hit me.
Mistake number 1. You give your resume, not your personality.
Oh, guilty.
Right? You say, "I'm a marketing manager. I work at X company. I have 5 years of experience." And the person listening is like, "Okay, but who are you?"
So what should you say instead?
We'll get to that. But first, mistake number 2.
Okay?
You try to sound smart, so you use words you'd never actually use in real life.
Oh my God. I used to do this. I'd be like, "I am passionate about innovative solutions." What does that even mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. It's just word soup.
Word soup. I love that.
It's when you use big words to hide the fact that you don't know what to say. And people can tell. They can always tell.
Okay, so just talk like a normal person.
Exactly. Talk like you're talking to a friend, not like you're reading from a business card.
Got it. What's mistake number 3?
Mistake number 3. You apologize for your English before you even start.
Wait, people do that?
All the time. Sorry, my English is not so good. Excuse me, I'm still learning. And the problem is, when you start with an apology, the other person starts listening for mistakes instead of listening to you.
Okay, that makes so much sense.
And here's the thing. If your English is good enough to have this conversation, it's good enough. You don't need to apologize.
So just start talking.
Just start talking. So, 3 mistakes. Resume talk. Fake sounding words and apologizing. If you avoid those 3 things, you're already ahead of most people.
Okay, so we know what not to do, but what should we do?
Good question. Here's a simple formula. 3 parts. Who you are, what you care about, what you're doing right now.
That's it?
That's it. Let me show you. I'm Noah. I care about helping people feel confident when they speak English. Right now, I'm working on this podcast and figuring out how to make learning feel less like work.
Wait, that's really good.
It's simple, but it works. Because it's not just facts, it's also a little bit of why I do what I do.
Okay, let me try.
Go.
Okay, I'm Maya. I care about, making things less scary. Wait, that sounds weird.
No, keep going.
I care about making things feel less scary, especially learning new things. Right now, I'm co-hosting this podcast and trying to convince myself that morning routines actually work.
See, that's you. That's not a resume. That's a person.
Okay, I kind of love that.
And notice what you did. You didn't try to sound perfect. You just sounded real.
Yeah, that felt easier than I thought.
Because it is easier. When you stop trying to impress people and just tell them the truth, the words come faster.
So let me break this down. Part 1 is who you are. That's just your name, right?
Name and maybe a little bit of context. Like, I'm Noah. I grew up in a small town, moved to the city when I was 20. You don't need a lot, just enough so people can picture you.
Okay, part 2 is what you care about. How do you figure that out?
Ask yourself, what matters to me right now? Not forever, not your whole life purpose, just right now.
Like, right now, I care about not embarrassing myself on this podcast.
Perfect. That's honest. That's real.
And part 3 is what you're doing right now. So, like your job?
It can be your job, but it can also be a project, a goal, something you're working on. The point is, it shows you're moving forward.
Okay, so it's like, here's who I am, here's what I care about, here's what I'm doing about it.
Exactly. And when you put those 3 things together, you sound like a person with a story, not just a list of facts.
I feel like I should write this down.
You should. And if you're listening, write it down too. Who you are, what you care about, what you're doing right now. That's your template.
Okay, wait, you said something earlier. What you care about, is there a word for that? Like the thing you care about?
Yeah, you could call it your purpose or your passion, but honestly, I don't love those words.
Why not?
Because they sound too big. Like you need to have your whole life figured out. But you don't. You just need to know what matters to you right now.
Okay, so what word would you use?
What you care about. Simple. Or what drives you. That's a good one too.
Wait, what drives you? Say that again.
What drives you? It means what pushes you forward. What makes you keep going.
I like that. What drives you?
Yeah, so when someone asks, tell me about yourself, you can think, what drives me right now?
Okay, coffee and spite.
That's actually a good answer.
Is it though?
Yeah, because it's honest and it's memorable. People remember things that make them laugh.
Okay, so I can be funny when I talk about myself.
You can be anything. Funny, serious, thoughtful, as long as it's you.
What about the word authentic? I hear that all the time. Be authentic.
I hate that word.
Why?
Because the second you try to be authentic, you're not being authentic anymore. You're performing.
Okay, that's deep.
It's simpler than it sounds. Just be honest. That's it.
Be honest, don't perform. Got it.
All right, remember the question I asked you earlier? Who are you beyond the facts?
Oh, yeah, I've been thinking about it.
What did you come up with?
I think I'm someone who's figuring it out as I go, and I'm okay with that.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, because that's honest, and honesty is what people remember.
What about you? Who are you beyond the facts?
I'm someone who believes slow progress is still progress, even when it doesn't feel like it.
I love that.
Thanks.
So that's what we're really talking about today, right? Not just how to introduce yourself, but how to actually be yourself in English.
Exactly, because when you're yourself, you don't have to memorize anything. You just talk.
And if you mess up,
Then you mess up. I didn't get it right the first time either.
did you ever have a moment like my coffee disaster?
Oh, yeah. I once told someone I was excited to meet their wife when I meant to say life. Different word, very different meaning.
Oh no.
Yeah, he looked at me like I was insane. But you know what? We laughed about it, and now it's just a story.
So mistakes are fine.
Mistakes are fine. They're part of the process. You don't need to be loud to be understood. You just need to be clear. And if you're not clear the first time, try again.
I feel like that should be on a t-shirt.
Write it down. Send us the design.
Okay, so before we wrap up, can we do a quick practice thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you're listening right now, pause for a second, just 1 second. And finish this sentence in your head. I'm your name, and what drives me right now is.
You don't have to say it out loud. Just think it.
And if you want to be brave, write it in the comments. We actually read those.
We do. And when you write it, you're practicing. You're not just listening, you're doing.
So, I'm your name, and what drives me right now is. What's yours?
Mine's easy. What drives me right now is helping people realize they're better at English than they think they are.
That's good.
What about you?
What drives me right now is proving to myself that I can build something I'm proud of.
See? That's real. And if you're listening, yours can be just as simple. It doesn't have to be profound. It just has to be true.
And if you write it in the comments, we'll reply. We actually will.
We will. We like hearing from you. It reminds us that we're not just talking into a microphone, we're talking to people.
Real people with real goals and real messy English journeys.
Exactly. You know, when I first started learning English, I used to practice introducing myself in the mirror.
Really?
Yeah, I'd stand there and say, "Hi, I'm Noah. I'm from," and then I'd just stare at myself like, what else? What do I say?
What did you figure out?
I figured out that I was trying too hard to sound interesting. And the more I tried, the worse I sounded.
So what changed?
I stopped practicing in the mirror. I started practicing in real life. I'd go to coffee shops, random events, anywhere I could talk to strangers. And I gave myself one rule.
What was the rule?
Say one thing that's true. Not impressive, just true.
And that worked?
It worked because people don't want impressive. They want real. And when you're real, conversations happen. When you're trying to be impressive, you just get awkward silence.
Okay, so real over perfect.
Always. All right. Here's what we want you to remember from today.
When someone asks, tell me about yourself, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest.
3 things. Who you are, what you care about, what you're doing right now.
And if you mess up, that's fine. We all do.
The goal isn't to sound like a native speaker. The goal is to sound like you.
Because people don't connect with perfect. They connect with real.
Exactly.
So if you like this episode, do us a favor. Share it with someone who's also learning English. Or leave a comment, or just come back next week.
We'll be here.
Same place, same slightly chaotic energy.
And if you want to practice what we've talked about today, here's your homework.
Oh, homework.
Not scary homework, just one sentence. I'm your name, and what drives me right now is. Write it down, say it out loud, put it in the comments, whatever feels right.
And next episode, we're talking about small talk. How to have conversations that don't feel like pulling teeth.
Because small talk is not small. It's the thing that opens doors.
So if you've ever stood at a party thinking, what do I say now? That episode is for you.
Thanks for listening. I'm Noah.
I'm Maya.
And this is Fluent Mind.
See you next time.
Keep going.